everyone! Thanks for joining Krystle and myself tonight for our webinar. We are going out live, and as you know, you can email us throughout the whole show and ask us any questions that you might have. The email address is connect@travelcounsellors.com.au, and we'll get them up on our screen as they pop through so we can answer them as they arrive. Now, tonight's focus, or the theme of tonight's webinar, is all about your business. It's about building your business around your lifestyle, around your passions, and about what you love. So many of our most successful TCs have built a business around what they love, whilst making more money than they ever have before and working hours that fit in with their lifestyles.
So not only can you sell the products that you love, work the hours that you want, you can control your own margin and service the customer that you've always wanted to service while still following your passion. As they say out there, you never work a day in your life if you love what you do.
So remember to email us any questions that you have at connect@travelcounsellors.com.au, and we'll be back with you after this short break.
The Walkers love being out on the water and were looking for a winter beach holiday, but yet with a difference. So they came to me, Jack, their personal travel counsellor, because not only am I a keen sailor, well, I have been holidaying in the Cook Islands since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. I selected hotels I knew were packed to the rafters with ringos and jet skis and kayaks. Plus, I chartered them a yacht for a couple of days, told them the best places to dock at night, suggested some secluded beaches, and booked them into a couple of my favourite restaurants. Kate told me they all loved every minute, but the card Sam sent me said it better. Travel Counsellors. With us, it's personal.
Krystle and myself often have the pleasure of talking with TCs as they're in the office. And over the last couple of weeks, or month indeed, we've had the pleasure of meeting up with a lot of our existing travel counsellors involved in our state conferences and our cluster meetings, meeting our new MD, David Hughes, as well. So throughout that time, we've actually stolen them away and asked them to tell us why they love working for travel counsellors. Now, we've had the pleasure of speaking with two particular TCs that we're going to focus on in this webinar, David and Tania. Now, both David and Tania run businesses around their passions and what their loves are, and are able to make money from doing exactly what they would do if they weren't working at all. So the first of the videos we're going to show you today is of David Phillips, and he's a travel counsellor who has built a business, leisure-based, around his golf interests. So we're going to go to that video now, and we'll be back shortly. I'm joined here in this studio with David Phillips, who is one of our travel counsellors in the Melbourne area. Thanks for coming in and saying hello, David.
It's my pleasure.
And you've been in for one of the state conferences, haven't you?
Yes, indeed.
And how has that gone?
It's gone very well, and it's always good to come into the city, catch up with your old friends, and learn what's happening in travel counsellors, which is a great idea.
And be able to give your input too, I guess, into what's going to happen in the future.
Well, yes, we hope so. And what we enjoy about the company and why we're here.
Great. So, David, tell us how long you have been with Travel Counsellors.
I've been with travel counsellors slightly over 6 years now.
Okay.
So it's been
nice.
interesting.
One of our longest serving TCs in Australia.
Well, really, yes.
Yeah, probably. Actually, it'd be interesting to find out exactly, how many there are over that 6 years. I think it's probably about 15 or 20 now. But, yeah. So tell us why you chose Travel Counsellors.
I chose travel counsellors, and it was quite interesting because I came from a wholesale background, so I didn't have any retail travel background per se.
Okay.
I've been in the travel industry for since 1978, so that really dates me. But I left my last company and thought I was going to take early retirement, to be true. But that lasted probably about a week, and I said, no, look, I've got all of this experience in the industry. I want to carry on using it. Saw the travel counsellors model, saw what we had with the software, with Phoenix in particular, and fell in love with it, and took it from there. And really, I started with nothing. I had no contact centre, no contacts whatsoever. So I built it around the fact that I played golf. I talked to all the guys I played golf with.
Yeah.
And they were the ones, and my family. And I got my first booking via my son, funnily enough.
Okay, yeah, as it happens.
And now, through the golf club, probably 60% of the business I get is from people I play golf with or people they have referred to me. So that's how I got my business going.
Amazing. So that's kind of, I guess, really touched on the flexibility or how you can make your business work into your lifestyle, isn't it? So, you know, you're saying that, you know, you started without a database or without any contacts coming from a wholesale environment. And so you were able to adapt the business to you and what you do?
Yes, it was one of those things. I'd been a product manager for 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of experience traveling around Asia in particular and Fiji. So that was my knowledge and that was where I started from. And luckily enough, the guys I play golf with, a lot of them used to go to Thailand every year. So they said, oh, can you book our holidays to Thailand?
Yep.
That's where it started from.
Yep.
And that gave me the confidence to say, okay, fine, I can do this. It's not hard.
Yeah.
And with what Travel Counsellors offer as far as the software is concerned, it made it even easier. And as we go on, it gets more and more easy for us. So we now have the flexibility of, referring back to Phoenix again, we have Phoenix flights, everything we can do that we can rely on.
Yeah.
that is excellent. It makes life easy for us. And I can play golf. Play golf, say, on a Wednesday for 3 or 4 hours in the morning, then go home and work for as long as I need after that. Or on a Saturday, talk to the guys I play golf with. And that probably where I do more business is on a Saturday afternoon over a few beers after playing golf.
But yeah, over a few beers, the best way to do it. You can charge them more than they don't know.
Yes, exactly.
Good work. And have you put together specialty golf trips for any of the people?
We're currently putting one together at the moment, and we're working in conjunction with the pro of my golf course.
Uh-huh.
So we're looking at putting together a trip down to King Island, which has just opened up 2 new golf courses. So we're putting together a trip on the 15th of January next year, I think. So we're hoping to get maybe 20, 25 people on that. So this is something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and I guess the thing is, we've obviously spoken about your golf club and how that works with your lifestyle, but just because a lot of your clients have come from the golf club doesn't mean that you're only booking golf trips.
No, exactly. And in fact, I probably never really booked a golf trip for anybody. If they wanted to play golf, they'd possibly play golf when they're on holiday.
Yeah.
But the areas that I'm booking now, and I'm booking people long haul to the UK. It's VFR traffic, it's traffic to Bali, it's traffic to Fiji. It's all of those things, and it's all the destinations I know reasonably well, so I can help people make up their mind as to where they want to stay. And quite a lot of them will come to me and say, "Oh, I've seen this hotel online. Can you do it?" And I'll have a look, see in Phoenix, and say, "Yes, we can do it." Now, what else do you want to do?
Yeah, and I guess the message I'm kind of hearing, or what I'm taking away from it, is from a little seed of you playing golf, which you were going to do anyway, you've been able to build a business that's much broader than that.
Yes,
with a lot more people.
Yes, exactly. It's not, golf is not the be all and end all of what I do. It's the be all and end all of perhaps what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I have a business to run.
Yeah.
And I have the support here from head office as well, which is great.
Yeah.
And any questions that I have, they can help me.
Pick up the phone and we're here.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
Exactly.
This one's a little bit off the actual topic, I guess, in terms of that, but you're a big user of our message boards and a huge source of information for a lot of our TCs. Can you just talk to me about that as well?
That was something, again, which I saw in the early days, and I thought, this is good because you can pick up information because we have travel counsellors in the UK, we have them in South Africa, we have them, we have them in Dubai, we have them here. And if you stuck with a question, and I know I had it a couple of years ago, I wanted to know how to get somebody from Manchester to Nottingham by train and what was the best train. Yeah. I put it on the UK message board and I had the answer the next morning. That was great.
Yeah.
But yes, I like giving out information. If people have a question, why not? Why not help them? That's what we're here for, and that's what my background was. So it was building up information. I'm full of perhaps useless information at the best of times, but I love passing it on. And that's what we're here for.
And that's another big thing about the TC community, isn't it? Is that, just if someone gives you an inquiry and you're not particularly aware of that destination or that particular product, it's as simple as jumping online and asking a question, and you've got 1,300 people that will instantly give you that advice, as well as, pick up the phone to us at head office if we can help. But in a lot of instances, there's a lot more information out there than just us at head office, isn't it?
Exactly right. And not only do the message board, I now get emails direct from travel counsellors in the UK saying, we've seen you put this message on message board. Can you help me with this? You obviously know the destination. And I love being able to do that. It just makes you feel really good, and that you are part of this huge travel counsellors friendly family.
Yeah, I guess on that, and thank you for talking about your business and how you built it and all of that kind of thing. But if there were 3 things that you wanted to say were the things that you love the most about TC, what would they be?
I think the support that we get, the software that we have, and the dedication, I think, of all the travel counsellors. That you have.
One big business.
It's one big business. It's one big friendly business.
Yeah, very true, very true. David, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to talk with us.
My pleasure.
So that was David, obviously, still sitting with me, but he was really just, I guess, talking about the flexibility of the business and how he can make that work with his lifestyle, but also about the support and indeed the software that we offer that makes travel counsellors a wonderful place to be and to work. So we'd really like to thank David for taking the time to chat with me, not with you, Krystle, and to share his story about, I guess, his golf business, but also about why he loves working for TC. Now, I just wanted to clarify, I know that some of you that are watching tonight would have had demonstrations with Krystle or myself, so you understand what that means when we say message boards. But for those who haven't had the chance, firstly, give us a call and we can definitely organise one of those. But also, our message boards are where our travel counsellors community share knowledge, information, ask questions about anything to do with their business. It might be destinations, it might be certain hotels, it might be recommendations on insurances or little local knowledge like restaurants or things like that. Now, those message boards are set up within the countries that we operate in, but anyone can write on any of those message boards and ask questions. So I guess the best way I can describe it is thinking of sticking your head up in your agency and asking your 4 or 5 colleagues what they know, but instead of getting answers from the 4 or 5 colleagues that you would work with in the normal in a normal office, you're getting the answer from 1,300 or so travel counsellors around the world. Now you can see up here on the screen some of the questions and things that would have been answered and how many responses and how many messages that we get on those boards on a daily basis, and the quality of responses and things that we get back from our TCs all over Australia, but all over the world as well. If you're talking about a client who wants to have a holiday in the Caribbean, it's more likely that the UK market would have dealt with that. So why not ask your fellow travel counsellor in the UK about something like that? Or vice versa, we get a lot of South African TCs asking us for restaurant recommendations and things like that in Melbourne. So the message boards are a really, really great tool for you to be able to share, but to also get that information and make sure you're giving your clients the best service that you can. But one thing I should also mention too is that David is definitely a huge user of our message boards, and if you do join us, he will no doubt be answering the questions you put on there. But he also won one of our awards at our Gala Awards ceremony at our conference back in February for the most helpful TC, and that's an award that shows that travel counsellors not only care about definitely our sales and things like that, but it's more about the community and the people that we are and the service that we can offer to our clients. But as I was talking, I've just seen something flash up on the screen. So we have had a question in, and because I'm doing all of the talking, I'm going to let Krystle answer this one. But I guess it's another terminology thing. Now, I mentioned state conferences at the start. So we've had someone message in a question that is, what is a state conference? So Krystle, can you answer that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a state conference once a year, in addition to our annual Australia-wide conference. State conferences are where we get together with all of the TCs in each of the states.
Yeah.
The managing directors, the general manager Tracy often attends, as well as some other staff members, and we give updates. It's a great time for everyone to collaborate, hear what's going on, share ideas, and just get a general good feel for the next financial year, and sort of get your head back in the game, and everyone sort of get together like you would in an office, really, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I guess it's all part of that. You're working at home, you're not working alone. You still get contact with all the people and all of the head office staff and things like that as well, which is perfect.
Yes. So last week or the week before, I had the pleasure of interviewing, I guess, Tania, who has a real love for horses. She's owned show horses her whole life. She's been a judge, and now she has combined her love for her horses as well as her travel business. So I sat down with Tania the other day, and now we'll watch that video. We are joined by Tania now, so thanks for joining us tonight, Tania.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. So how long have you been with Travel Counsellors for?
Just over 2 years now.
Fantastic. And you specialise in groups, is that correct?
Yes, equestrian groups, yeah.
So you specialise in groups, which is fantastic. What sort of travel arrangements do your groups require?
They need everything from flights to accommodation, transfers, coach and restaurants, sightseeing, everything.
Excellent. And how do you go about booking all of that group travel?
I contact groups in the UK. They're fantastic, and the beauty is you go direct, so you're making a lot more money. And yeah, they come back pretty much straight away.
Fantastic. How do you contact them? Is that via email?
Yeah, via email. Yeah.
Excellent. Great. Fantastic. And do they book everything for you? So you send them an email with your requirements and they do it all for you?
Yes, they do. The only thing they don't do are flights, but I just contact the airline direct for the group.
Fantastic. And how do you promote your equestrian groups?
I've got a database, and I also put things on Facebook. And I do flyers, and I go to horse shops and feed stores. I'm also a dressage judge, so I attend quite a few events, so I leave my flyers at various places.
Excellent. And how do you create those flyers, or how do we help you create those flyers?
I contact Rebecca in marketing, and we've organised a template, and I send her the information and she has it all done for me.
Fantastic. And it's easy enough to contact Rebecca? You just shoot her an email and she gets the work back to you?
Yeah, usually straight away within the day.
Fantastic. Yeah. Excellent. And what would you say to anybody at home watching that is a little bit hesitant about joining?
I think it's a good idea if you've got a vision. Join Travel Counsellors. The travel agency I was with, they weren't really helpful, whereas Travel Counsellors has been fantastic. And Chris, especially, the business development manager, she's great with groups, and she's also got an equestrian background, so it's been a great help.
Fantastic. So basically, whatever your vision is, we can help you achieve it at Travel Counsellors. We have all of the support to help you earn more, work less, and create your vision. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Tania. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So that was my interview with Tania. It was funny, when she was here, I was telling her that I also used to ride horses. So seeing that video and meeting with her and talking about her horse groups, it ignited my passion again. And I've told everyone in the office now that I want to go riding again. So
I think she's away at the minute, isn't she? Escorting a group in Italy or somewhere amazing like that. Spain, sorry.
The badminton.
And the badminton horse trials are in the UK, and she goes a lot with her groups as well, and enjoys doing what she loves, which is good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to, I guess, chat with all the TCs, and you guys get to hear it from the horse's mouth as well. No pun intended there.
fully pun intended there, but yeah.
Oh, so we did actually have another question come through, and I know when I was chatting to Tania, we were talking about the groups department in the UK, but we have had a question just asking what sort of support, or how many hours of support do we have for the TCs, obviously working from home? So
okay, cool. So it's my turn to answer that one. Yeah, okay, cool. So I guess we do talk a lot about the 24/7 support, and because we are a global business, although very much an Australian business as well, I guess what happens is that when we're asleep, the UK is very much still on board and helping you out. So the beauty of being a travel counsellor and being part of that business that is global is that we have head offices around the world that are genuinely always open. I think there's about a 2-hour window throughout the day in our Australian kind of, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. where no one is literally available in a head office. But we had a really, really good example of that last week, I think, with one of our Melbourne travel counsellors who had got a virus in her laptop and contacted our UK IT department at about 11 o'clock at night. And they said to her, look, leave it with us, go to sleep, and we'll see what we can do. And when she woke up, her laptop was completely fixed. So you wouldn't find that in many other businesses, and it's of course of no cost. It's all part of our fees and our support and our structure to you. So that's really important. But I guess also from Tania's perspective and from that group's perspective as well is, although we do have 20 plus staff here in our Australian head office, we have something like 250, almost 300 in our UK offices, and around the world I think your support staff is around 400. So it's a big company, it's a big business, and we do pride ourselves on being able to offer our travel counsellors all the support that they can need. So that's really important as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And we know we harp on about it a little bit, but it is 24-hour support. So by running your own business from home, you get the beauty of working the hours that suit you. So if that is at 11 o'clock at night and something happens, you're always supported and you're never alone.
Yeah, so, and it's always good for us, I think, on the eastern side of the country to remember as well that our western state friends are now 3 hours difference to us now that we're in daylight savings, but it doesn't mean that they're not getting exactly the same support as they would if they were over here as well, which is really important. Yeah. I think we're going to throw to another ad and then we'll come back with you and say goodbye.
Meet Pete and Georgie. They came to me, Sarah, their personal travel counsellor, looking for a magical holiday in the Maldives. I've been creating dream holidays for individuals, couples and families for years, especially in Asia. It's my area of expertise. As their personal travel counsellor, I knew what sort of places to look at and exactly what floats their boat. Knowing how busy Pete and Georgie are, I also took away the hassle of researching places before narrowing down their perfect holiday options and arranging everything else right down to the tiniest detail. I only chose flights that departed after 9 a.m, added in some Asian cookery lessons, and hand-delivered their ticket to their door. I also arranged for a mini food parcel to arrive at their home a couple of hours after they landed, because I know how much Georgie craves a good coffee. And we're already talking about their next trip to Europe. Travel Counsellors. With us, it's personal.
So thank you for taking the time to join us and to watch our webinar this evening. We've had fun bringing it to you, and we hope you've enjoyed hearing the stories of David and Tania. In the coming webinars over the next few months, we'll bring you some other stories that we were able to film whilst we had some travel counsellors in head office as well, which has been great.
Yeah. So thank you, and don't forget, we would love to show you our systems, give you a demonstration, show you the support that you will have when you decide to join. So give us a call and we can set up a time to run through that, or even come and meet you for a coffee, no matter what state you're in. So we love getting out and about and meeting everyone for coffee. So
we certainly do. We do. So thanks again for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the content, and we hope to see you in a couple of weeks when we're back again.
John and Louise wanted to book a holiday especially for them because they were celebrating something special to them. 30 years of marriage. So they came to me, Charlotte, a personal travel counsellor. They told me what they were thinking. We got chatting and I got to know them a little better. Before I created several holiday options that included everything from helicopter tours and back massages to a personal chef, plus a little something from me they weren't expecting. There was an extra surprise for Louise too. John secretly asked me to book some flights for their 2 grown-up children, Richard and Holly, who joined them for a couple of days. Apparently, Louise still hasn't stopped smiling. Here's to another 30 years of happy marriage. Travel Counsellors. With us, it's personal.